Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Amma ba'da, habibti fillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As'al Allah kareem, Rabb al-Arsh al-Azim, and yatawallana fi dunya wal akhirah. We ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, accepts our good and forgives our evil, protects us from kulli su' al-makruh, blesses the Muslimin fi kulli makan, and may Allah azza wa jal relieve our brothers and sisters in Philistine from the rijz of Ahl al-Kufr wa Shirk wal Ilhad. Ahabati fillah, it's very important for us to know, concentrate our efforts, devote our life really to the da'wah to al-Sunnah. And what I mean by that is that in our practice of Islam, we want it to be restricted to something. And we want it to be defined by something, not based on our desires, not based on our group or our sect, but rather the only Hizb, the only Hizbullah, the only party of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the Shia Rafida in Lebanon and what have you. No, but what we mean by that is those who adhere to the Quran and the Sunnah and the madhab or minhaj or the methodology of the Salafist Ummah. Ahabati fillah, what I mean by that is, as a great Imam of Hadith, Imam Muqbil bin Hadi al-Wadi'i, Allah yarhamuhu, he mentioned in his lecture, and it was entitled Da'wah to Ahl Sunnah. It was called The Call of Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. And he said, Da'wah to Ahl Sunnah, da'watun min kitabillah ila kitabillah. ومن سنة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم إلا سنة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم. He said the da'wah of Ahl Sunnah, it's the da'wah from the book of Allah to the book of Allah, and from the sunnah of the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam to the sunnah of the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. So very simply put, ahabati fillah, is that the source of our call in Islam is the Quran. And it's the Sunnah, the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we can't compromise that. We can't take away from that. Also, it is that even that call is muqayyid, it's restricted. And it's restricted to the Salaf of this ummah, to their understanding, meaning how did the Sahaba to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, how did they understand Islam? You know, what was their methodology? What was their madhab? How did they cling to the Sunnah? How did they exalt the Sunnah? They were the preservers of the Sunnah. So, of course, when we call and when we have a call and a methodology, it needs to be in line with the Sahaba to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. How did they understand Aqidah? How did they understand fiqh? How did they take the masdar or the origin of the religion? What were the sources for them? Of course, it was the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, خير الناس قرني ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم. The best people are those of my generation, then those who follow them, then those who follow them. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam let us know that the Sahaba to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, that they were the khudwa, they were the path for us. They gave us those footsteps. They were the founders of the methodology of the Salaf. And that's why some of the scholars, they mention about the Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, they say ru'us salaf, as-Sahaba ru'us salaf, that the Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, they were the heads of the Salaf of this ummah. And that meaning the Sahaba to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, the Tabi'een, and the Itba' Tabi'een, those first three generations, that is what makes up the Salaf Salih, and that is the methodology that we want to traverse. And that is the praiseworthy methodology and the praiseworthy path and the praiseworthy way. And we ask Allah Azza wa Jal, the Almighty, to accept our good and forgive our evil, protect us from kulli su' makruh, and protect us from the innovated paths and the wickedness and the deception that many of the deviants who call to other than that methodology that they call to. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.